I wanted to address one of the questions I get every so often. People say, hey, what's in your drawers? Let's open this first drawer. Let's see what's in here. First and foremost, one of my most important tools is a box cutter. And I like this box cutter from Milwaukee. What I also have in here, which is a recent addition, thanks to viewers who even let me know about it, is a JIS Phillips style screwdriver. So the JIS, I think, is the Japanese industrial standard. You always need a pair of scissors. This is just a pair of scissors, utility scissors. Once again, they're good for cutting things free. And then I have a smaller pair of scissors. I also need a good pair of wire cutters, and that's because when I use nylon zip ties, which, by the way, I keep those down below the drawer. These are 4-inch black nylon cable ties, and then these are 8-inch black. That's it. That's all I use, 4-inch and 8-inch cable ties. I need to cut the pigtails off. Now, what is this that I pulled out of the drawer? This is an old front panel switch harness from an old computer that somebody didn't want. And you can buy just the switches, and I had done that. I had gone on Amazon, and I bought the switch, and you can buy them like this here. You'll see I didn't even take these out of the package, but these are just switches. I mean, technically, when I'm testing a motherboard, I don't need the power LED, hard drive LED, or reset switch. A viewer sent me Forceps. And I was like, what am I going to use Forceps for? I've never used Forceps in my life, you know. And it turns out I've been using those Forceps. I've used them quite a number of times. Be Quiet sent me this nice pocket knife. And so I keep it in the drawer because it's a nice, thoughtful gift from Be Quiet. Now, me personally, when I buy a pocket knife, I like it to be half serrated and then half smooth, so it's a little more versatile. And of course, closing it, you've got this little latch down here you've got to slide over. And these are the ones that you got to be careful with not cutting yourself. Now, I also have a couple of different flashlights, and I'll show you what I've got. I started out with what was like a knockoff Streamlight. And I was on Amazon, and I found these smaller lights. They take a AAA battery, and it's made out of aluminum. It's solidly built. It's LED, and it is very, very bright. But the batteries don't last very long in here. So I found this $50 flashlight. I think it's a Streamlight, and it's rechargeable, so you never have to put batteries in it. And then there's a, right here, if I lift that up, there's a charging port, and it comes with a battery charger and USB cable, and then it has a red light that'll turn green when it's fully charged. But the battery in this this is very bright, but the battery doesn't last very long, and the unit gets really hot. I found something that's even better than this, and I don't keep it in the drawer, but this is what it looks like. And this folds down. This part here is a carabiner, so you can hang it on something that you're working on. This is also magnetized. This is all magnets right here. And this not only swivels up and down, but it also twists. And if right here is your USB charging port. It's got built-in batteries. You never have to change them out. You plug in your USB charging port, and then these lights will indicate when it's fully charged. And it's got two brightness settings. We're going to hit the button first time, and it's fully bright. And if I hit the button a second time, it's much dimmer. I got a pair of needle nose pliers. Recently added to my tools, after speaking with Anthony Remus at Remus Computer Repair, are just some steel flat rulers. This is a flat blade screwdriver that was left behind here. And I thought I'll put it in my tool drawer, but it's not a normal, just pretend that's not there. I have one of the scythe Phillips drivers that comes with a scythe cooler. I've installed, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 of those scythe coolers. And so I have a ton of these laying around, and they're very useful. They're just the standard Phillips #2 magnetized. One of my favorite tools that I don't use very often are basically they're almost like a dental pick set, but don't use them on your teeth. They've got little plastic covers because they're very, very pointy. So you would take the plastic cover off. And these are extremely helpful if you're trying to straighten pins on a CPU or in a CPU socket, you're doing something very delicate, or you've got to hit a reset button and you don't have a paper clip or something, you can just stick one of these in there. They're all solid metal. They're not going to bend on you. They're very strong. They're very inexpensive. I bought this kit from Harbor Freight, and this is a 26-piece screwdriver set. And all I do, first of all, let me show you all the stuff you get with it. I don't use any of that stuff. You see how there's one little bit missing right here? That's the 5mm bit. I have a pen. It's important you have a pen. I'm going to write stuff down. I have a tape measure. There's no reason I need a tape measure here. This is for work around the house, and I didn't have any place else to put it. So you shouldn't need a tape measure in computers building, but it's in there. I have a bunch of little bits that came with a kit where I just needed a... This is one of those situations where I needed a T10 Torx bit. And I think I bought this at Harbor Freight or something, I don't remember. But I think it was $3 for an individual Torx bit or $3.25 for this kit. So I bought the kit, right? It's 25 cents more. And then I just took the T10 Torx out of it and put it into the handle of my driver. This is just a box of spare box cutter blades. It's pretty standard stuff, right? So you always want to have sharp blades available. There's a couple of drivers I have that are straight edge or flat edge. I don't know what you guys call it, slotted, that come in a basic computer toolkit. Then I bought, just like I have those dental picks I showed you, they sell over on Amazon. You can get a pair. I don't know why they're sold in a pair of titanium or whatever they are, toothpicks. It's sharp and pointy and is designed to get into your teeth, but I wouldn't use it on my teeth. I'm just using this once again for detail work with small pins. These are nice to have. This is a powered nut driver kit. And nut drivers, you'd be surprised how handy these things can come, because most computer screws, a lot of them are hex head screws. So you can find one of these that fits, especially if you're worried about stripping out if the screwdriver's stripping out the head of the screw, you could just grab the screw by the edges with these. And this is both standard and metric. Then I've got this knockoff snap-on screwdriver. You probably never see this on camera because I hate it. So we're not going to even pay that one more attention. And this is the old famous Jensen screwdriver that I use. I keep a number 2 Phillips bit, very small bit in there. And then of course, we have, is there anything else in here? Yeah. We have the Milwaukee M4 electric driver. This is the single best electric driver for computer use that I've ever used, ever. This is a little extension. It's a magnetized extension. I don't really use them much. I used to use it with a regular bit until I went on Amazon and found that I could buy 6-inch bits. Typically you buy them in like packs of multiples, because they're not going to mail you just one for all the effort it takes, But they're typically not magnetized. And so I bought this on Amazon, and this is just a it's a magnet. It's a really strong rare earth magnet. The charger that the Milwaukee driver comes with, I keep down here in the bottom. I don't keep it in the drawer because I don't use it very often, but it just looks like that. Pretty simple thing. And that's all there is to it. It's included with the driver. Now the batteries for the driver are kind of hard to find. They're about $45 a piece. So with that, that's the main drawer. Now underneath me I have the Q-tips, cotton balls, and rubbing alcohol solutions. I don't want those in a drawer. They have to stand upright. Well, the rubbing alcohol does, not the Q-tips and the cotton balls. But because of my OCD, I want the Q-tips and the cotton balls and the rubbing alcohol together. It's pretty obvious, right? Then I have the right drawer and the left drawer. So looking over at the right drawer, I have video adapters, VGA to HDMI. I have some index cards with a pen, so if I have to take notes of what a CPU and RAM is, and I stick it on the computer because I lose track of what's what. I've got some Scotch tape so I can Scotch tape the notes onto the case. Cellophane tape. I've got a what is basically an extension cable for when I do interviews for my headphones to go all the way back 20 feet so I can stand back here and have my headphones plugged in. It's just a 3.5 millimeter 25-foot extension. I've got a USB extension that's for the Stream Deck. What is this? This is a DisplayPort to HDMI cable. So instead of having an adapter, it's DisplayPort on one side, HDMI on the other, because a lot of the Dells that I work on and HPs that I work on, those giveaways all have DisplayPort and not HDMI. And so because of that, I also have my DisplayPort to HDMI adapter here. I have a USB 3.5 inch or 2.5 inch. This is a SATA to USB adapter. And you don't need power if it's a 2.5 inch mechanical or solid state drive. But if you have a 3.5 inch desktop drive, this isn't going to work. You'll need to provide power to the drive. I got a bunch of my Go Faster stickers with my name and logo. I got bunches and bunches of, I have an empty bag. Bunches and bunches of flash drives, 512 gig flash drive, 1 terabyte flash drives. And then I've got the smaller flash drives, like for BIOS flashing, small 2 gig, 4 gig, or 8 gig flash drives used for BIOS flashing. I have a number of different pens and colors and Sharpies. What is this? Oh, this is for plugging into your phone. This is this is a USB Type-C on one end and HDMI on the other, so I can output the video of my phone to the I don't know why I bought that. I had an idea, but it didn't work. Silver Sharpies to write on black cases and black Sharpies to write on silver cases. More flash drives. More flash drives. More flash drives. This is DVI to HDMI adapters. So DVI to plug into a DVI on a video card and then converts it to HDMI. Paper clips. If I have to change a SIM card on a cell phone or I have to hit a reset switch on a router, straighten out a paper clip. This I'll bring up and show you. All my cameras run on SD memory cards. And prior to using OBS, which feeds the video directly from the camera into the computer, and I can record locally on the computer, before that, or if I'm on location or if I want to record a video with the camera independently, I have to remove the memory card from the camera and then manually copy the files onto the computer for editing. And so for that, I bought this because the memory card readers that I had been using were all very, very, very slow. I mean, I'm moving an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours worth of video made up of multiple files that are about 2 gigs each. It's about 11 minutes for every 2 gigs. And so the way this works is just a little cap, and there's your USB. It's 3.1, plug it in. Other side is where you'll feed your SD card, and this thing just moves. It's a rocket. Love it. Makes my life so much easier. I have one drawer remaining. Now this drawer, this is my thermal compound drawer. This has my nitrile gloves, and these it's a box of 50 nitrile gloves. I also have thermal compound. I also have spare case screws, black case screws. You know, when I complain when power supplies don't come with black screws, you get these on Amazon. You get a bag of 50 of them for like $5 or $6. This is the spare microphones, lapel microphones. More microphone. These are dust covers. This is for DisplayPort and this is for HDMI. And what I use these for is if I ship a customer a computer with a graphics card installed and the motherboard has graphics ports on the motherboard, I will block those ports for the HDMI and DisplayPort on the motherboard, so that avoids the support call. I can't tell you how many times I've had that call. I have spare, I buy these on Amazon, 1,000 4-inch black zip ties. And I found these laying around, so I just grabbed them. These are like 12 or 16-inch. Ugly zip ties, but good for more industrial type of work. Not something I would use on somebody's computer. And that's it for that drawer. I also keep some loose wire ties. What I'll do when I'm working on a computer and all these long cables are getting in my way, I don't want to waste a nylon zip tie because that might cost me half a penny. I'll grab one of these old wire ties I got laying around of whatever length. That one's too short. Where do I have that? Of whatever length, you know, sometimes power supplies come with them. And then what I'll do is, you'll see me doing on video, I'll tie them up with the wire tie just to keep it out of my way so they don't drag and hang around the counter and knock stuff down. And then later on, I'll get to that, take the wire tie off, put it back in the drawer. And then once everything's up and running, then I do the cable management with the nylon zip ties. But the wire ties are just there for temporary relief. Yeah. Okay, those are all my tools. Those are all the tools that are in my, now you know what's in my drawers. It's not a secret anymore. You can let everybody know you've seen my flashlight.